with darkness and silence through the night.
I'm glad we did this, folks. I'm really glad we did this. Oh, this is where you beat Grannon. I'm crazy. I don't remember shit. He looks like Kurt Russell at the end of Big Trouble in Little China when he has the lipstick on for like the whole last part of that movie. He looks like a mix of him and Lopan right now.
Spoil my drink.
Jehudi behind him. That's so sick.
Oh, you're the intruder everyone's
I would pay a
talking
lot of
about.
money for a Jehudi model of that size.
Typical capitalist dog. No manners.
And who are you?
You mean you've never heard of me?
You didn't tell me your name yet.
Self-agent. Very well, then. I am Alexander Leonovich Grani.
Leonovich,
A man of some importance, if I do say so myself.
Yeah? Tell me
I'm
more.
the foremost weapons scientist in the Soviet Union. And the head of the glorious Granian Design Bureau. This is the Order of Lenin.
God. Do you think he introduces
It is an honor of
himself
the
to everybody
greatest
like
man,
this?
Given along with the title of Hero of Socialism. The only of
Here's why I'm
finest
so
orders.
great.
It was awarded to me in recognition of my brilliant contributions to society. Since the Great Patriotic War,
You're not going to question why this
I
man
have
is dressed
created
like this
countless
before you?
weapons in the service of our great communist society. It was thanks to me that we were able to stamp out
He just
the
loves
Nazi
being Russian.
scum. It was I who created the basic design for the mobile ballistic missile system you know and fear as SS-1C.
Well, thanks for that. He's so cool. I want to party with Grannon.
Crocked, aren't you?
I'm nearly drowning in my sorrow.
It's probably healthy.
Because of him, I've got nothing to do but sit here. Drink this crap.
I wonder if Huey's dad is also shitty.
Sokolov. It's him you're looking for, isn't it? Because of him,
God,
I
Jehudi's
have
such a good
restricted my
design.
authority. My research has come to nothing. Look.
Oh, you
It's
have
a
no idea what I
revolutionary
would do for an
mobile nuclear
Anubis that looked
missile
like that.
A bipedal tank.
Why are you designing Rex before, like, SR-11 or whatever the first Metal Gear was called?
Bipedal tank.
Yes, a walking tank. A robot. Are you familiar with the theory of the missing link between apes and
Why are you designing Rex before Sahelanthropus?
well, this technology?
And there's
will be
Ray.
the missing
Why
link
do you have
between
that?
infantry and artillery. A kind of Metal Gear, if you will.
God damn it.
And this magnificent Metal Gear will mark a revolutionary step forward in weapons
The
development.
missing link in evolution.
Metal gear.
But I won't be used so easily.
I hate that usually.
No crying myself to sleep.
I hate reference for the sake
Well, you
of
see,
reference
I'm
when it
going to
doesn't
send
make
these documents
sense in
to my
conversation,
friend
but
in
here
the
it's
United
so dumb
States.
that it's kind of endearing.
What?
These bastards will live to regret
It's
this.
just Rex.
And when they themselves become the targets of my creation, they will know my true greatness.
Maybe Rex is the pinnacle of what he wanted to achieve, and the Emmerichs wanted to achieve, and they just didn't get to that exact design until the SR-11 or whatever, and the other ones all died.
Tank does not need a
That's how I'll
rocket.
justify it to myself.
It needs something else.
It makes sense now.
Look at these.
Legs.
Nice shoes.
No.
Snake's a sneakerhead. That's why he
Legs
sneaks so
that allow
much.
it to go anywhere. Just as when humans learn to walk upright. That is the real revolution in weaponry. Don't you agree?
No,
But
wheels seem almost
Fools in
infinitely more
charge.
useful than legs, actually.
Sokolov,
I wouldn't have
Hey,
legs if I didn't have to.
my project has been terminated.
That sounds so
The
ableist.
loss of his legacy is
Oh, no.
handed over to him.
I don't
What the
think when
hell
I
are you
talk,
talking
folks.
about?
The Philosopher's Legacy. Haven't you heard of the Philosophers?
The
The
Sorcerer's
Colonel has
Stone.
inherited their immense legacy. Volgin's father was in charge of the Philosopher's money laundering activities.
It's probably a pretty good job to
In the
have.
confusion of the war, he somehow ended up with their treasure.
Yeah, that explains that.
Inherited that treasure illegally.
Somehow
We'll never
Palpatine has
need to
returned.
worry about the military budget.
Hello. Welcome to the
Development
stream,
costs
Mr.
at our
V.
facility are all paid out of the Colonel's
Come on, Neo.
pockets.
Let's listen to Granin.
The weapons
He talks like
here
you
will be
do.
genes for creating an entirely new form of warfare. Funding for
Yeah, I
my
took a
research
car
came
and I
out
put
of
a
that
rocket on
legacy.
it. What do you want?
Came out of it. Now, my money, my men, all have been diverted.
Does my
to the
rocket car look
Shagoth
way
project.
cooler with little legs?
Tomorrow they will be conducting the final test. Sokolov is making the final preparations in the weapons factory at Volgin's main base, the great fortress of Grozny Grad. Here I am, playing host to an enemy spy and drinking myself into a stupor.
Keep doing
That's
it
where
though,
they
it's
moved
funny.
Sokolov,
Yes,
And the Shagohod is there.
I
too.
love drunk old people.
of course. Hey,
Come with me to the
you're not
Legion,
thinking
Snake.
of going to Grozny
We'll have
Grad.
bologna sandwiches.
Are you mad? It's an impenetrable fortress.
Cheap drinks
I'm
on
sure it
Tuesdays.
You'll be killed.
I'll take my chances.
Wait.
What?
Listen to
Shut
me,
up.
fool.
Even Snake
I
wants out of the
want to
cutscene.
help you.
Help me.
To thank you for your compliment.
What compliment?
My shoes. Tatiana gave them to me. I wanted to thank you for complimenting me on them.
Why'd Tatiana give you
I'll tell
shoes?
you how to get into the fortress.
Some kind of pervert?
In return, I ask only that you get that idiot out of there and destroy the Shagohod. There is an underground tunnel that runs around the perimeter of the fortress.
What are you,
Should
some
be
kind of
able to use it to
moron?
sneak into the base. Head to the mountains. The entrance to the tunnel is located there. Take this.
I believe the fear comes up pretty soon, so we might call it after this. Save the fear for next time.
You passed through a warehouse on your way here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go back through
Should
the
have been
door
a
in
locked
there.
door inside of it. Do you remember it? This key will open that door.
I remember my first time playing this game.
Beyond that door,
I somehow
lies
like
a vast
forgot
jungle.
about this conversation, and it took me hours
climb
and
up into
hours
the
to realize
mountains from
where
the
to
far
go.
end of the-
Shocking, I know, for me.
Go back to the warehouse.
I did beat this game in one sitting though
Use
when it
the
came
key
out.
to open the locked door
I remember I stayed up all night.
and head for the mountain.
I remember falling asleep going down the Soros River and having to keep waking myself up because I was so tired because it was the morning by then.
Why are you helping
But it
me?
was still super cool.
Unlike Sokolov, the thought of defecting
I think it was
has never
in
once
November
crossed my
of
mind.
2004.
I love my country. I love this land.
The bright-eyed, bushy-tailed
Cannot even
15-year-old,
imagine living in
and I'd watched the
France.
trailers for this game 10,000 times.
I wish to remain a hero of the great motherland. I cannot bear the thought of being hounded into a corner and left to waste away. It is already dawn.
Came out the same year as Devil May Cry 3, which makes it the greatest
I will
year of
remain
my
here
life.
and nurse my troubles for a little longer. To capitalism!
Yeah, sure. It's okay. Alright. Well, that was fun. What a weird guy.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Let's annoy him.
Get out of here.
No,
I have nothing more to say.
I think that's all he's got. Alright, let's see what Paramedic has to say to me then. About how great I look. Actually, first let's call Sigurd. I want to know about my Uyama face paint.
Grandin said something about putting legs on a tank. Do you know what he was talking about?
If you ask me, it's gotta be a joke.
It's gotta be.
Not only is making a tank walk on 2 legs a technical nightmare, but there's no point in making a walking tank to begin with. Putting legs on a tank.
Yeah,
would
it's a
raise
good
its
thing he
clearance,
doesn't go on to
increasing
work
its
for
frontal
DARPA
projection
later.
area. It'd also be less stable. Suppose the legs help the tank travel on bad roads. I don't see the logic in that. Isn't that what treads are for?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who'd seriously consider making a thing like that has.
I think
got
this
to
is
be
Kojima
whacked.
making fun of himself.
Come to think
And it's
of
like, look, I made
was
this.
a guy in the States
I
who
made
wrote a
Metal Gear
paper on
1
this
when I was like 22 or some
name?
shit. It was a
Emerson?
dumb idea I had, but now I gotta run with it.
Something like that. I don't really remember. Of course, no one took that seriously.
Sigurd, Grandin was saying that Sokolov's research project.
Now tell me
was a
about my
tank
face
fitted
paint.
with
I'm wearing
rockets.
lipstick, baby.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any idea what he meant?
Sorry, beats me.
Slay
I
Queen.
wonder if it's supposed to increase the tank's mobility, or maybe give the tank short-range missile launching capability. But you're sure it has something to do with
I'll
phase
try it
2
one more
of the
time,
Shadow Hawk,
and then
right?
we'll save.
Yeah.
Khrushchev traded Cuba.
Whenever I
just to
say
get
one more
this thing
time, we
finished.
always get the call that we
And
want, so we'll
Volgin
do
blew
it.
up a Soviet research facility to get his hands on it.
We
Whatever
are getting
it is,
lower, though.
It's
So
gotta
that's
be
still
big.
pretty good.
Sigurd, do you know anything about that
Okay.
philosopher?
Well, never mind. This time it didn't work.
Not a clue. Never even heard of something like that until now.
Right.
One thing's for sure, though. Volgin's got a huge amount of money stashed away somewhere. Philosopher's legacy, huh? Maybe it is real.
Maybe it'll have implications later on in the series.
Saving the game, Snake?
Alright. There we go.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Personally?
Nope, never heard of it.
Sure.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked
Oh,
off
Shaped
one
Water's
after
so
the other
good.
by
I should
this
watch that
fishman
again.
thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came From Outer Space were a lot more intense, but
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
Ooh.
how rude! Why do you say that?
Sick burn, Snake.
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
So
Fine.
cool.
I'll just get to the point, Snake.
I like
Be
Naked Snake.
careful
He's
of
pretty
what's
cool.
around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle
He's so
rivers
stupid.
and being attacked by a fish man.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
And don't
I've
be
already
attacking
figured it
any
out.
pretty girls going for a swim either.
Are you calling me a fish man?
You started it.
I mean, we've been wearing a gator head for 80% of the game, so that's pretty close. Alright, that's where we're going to call it, folks. Thank you for joining me.